Dragons. We all know dragons. In any movie they appear in, they are simply beautiful to look at. I mean, come on, how can you not love dragons? Combine them with some of the most gorgeous 3D animation from DreamWorks, and you've got one tough, trained, legendary beast. Here's how to make a movie so high amongst the greatest DreamWorks movies ever made based on the source material of the same name. In all elements that it has to share, it has it all. It's so good that it's deeply remembered by many, and it's definitely worth a second look, not just for the dragons that steal the spotlight, but also the compelling story that manages to stay strong and also charming at the same time. So in today's movie review, I will be talking about the 2010 DreamWorks film, How to Train Your Dragon. Here's a full analysis on how this historic Viking is a masterpiece across all of the animated company's library. Before we start this video, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe as well as hitting the bell icon to see more content. Thank you and enjoy. Jamie Movie Reviews #54. How to Train Your Dragon. Starting off, the film showcases some amazing and realistic animation that looks very well done for 2010 standards, with the locations and even the setting of the film holding up very well. What's even more is that this movie is one of the few animated movies to use very gorgeous 3D segments, which makes the film feel like it could have been made by today's standards. It perfectly enhances the vibe of the film and ensuring its audience that they are witnessing something breathtaking and wondrous. For an animated movie that plays it safe for family-friendly standards, it has some very strong themes that help even the adults get a great feel for the film's story. There's plenty of war and conflict with the Vikings, family dynamics, loss, grief, and so much more to make it very appealing for all ages, whilst not allowing its edgy moments to take away the signature friendly vibe of DreamWorks film standards. That's why this movie is one of my favorites from the animated company. It was just constructed so great with relatable themes. The characters in this movie are also very well developed and very memorable ones. Hiccup is a very well written protagonist who has a very special bond with Toothless, and they both have some strong moments between each other, helping themselves one by one. Other notable characters like Astrid, Stoic, and Gobber are very enjoyable supporting characters. The depth and dynamics each and every character share are very magnificent on screen. To help fit this movie's tone and setting, it brings its music score to a very epic and amazing sound scaling value crafted by John Powell, who keeps it very historic-like and also having its themes match its overall tone. It balances both the emotion and action in all of the scenes ongoing. It's on very similar levels to other critically acclaimed music composers, since it matches not just the vibe of this film, but also the franchise it spawned. Awesome storytelling that perfectly matches the film's piece between humans and animals, especially the setting it's in. I mean, the premise of Vikings going from fighting against dragons to fighting with dragons is such a well done concept and was executed at a very maximum point. It could have definitely been a boring and predictable story if the writers didn't know what they were doing, but instead it exceeds in its concept and the source material it's based on, maintaining the story elements. Adding to its appealing 3D visual imagery, it makes even greater use of its action sequences by making them feel as entertaining as one could want. All the Viking battles are very engaging to watch, as well as any scenes that involve dragons. They are the type of scenes that do what action sequences should be doing by not padding throughout the scene with slow pacing and ensuring that it's fast and effective for the eyes. There are also plenty of other great non-action scenes that are also pretty sweet to look at. To make its characters all the more better, How to Train Your Dragon uses a talented cast that consists of plenty of strong stars. Jay Baruchel and Gerard Butler are two of my personal favourites here. The former shows great in-depth character development for Hiccup being the main protagonist and making good use with the effortless charisma, and the latter brings lots of life into Stoic, ensuring his place as the chieftain of Burke, and having some great chemistry with Hiccup as the bond soars across the film's story. The rest of the cast is great, but these two are just my favourites. Finally, this movie left a huge impact on DreamWorks in terms of the animated genre and would basically revolutionize them forever. This is animation in modern day cinema truly brought to life. Thanks to the film's critical and commercial success, it would not only spawn a very popular and beloved series, but it would also mean that we would end up getting a lot of stronger movies that either live up to this film's potential or even exceeds it. And you've got How to Train Your Dragon to really thank here. Without it, animation these days wouldn't be the same, and it all would have been just the same thing. My overall opinion on How to Train Your Dragon. Overall, my final opinion on How to Train Your Dragon? Truly a modern classic in terms of animation works, and easily one of the best movies that DreamWorks have crafted. There's nothing else to say here. This is just an all-round perfect movie for all ages. The 3D effects are still breathtaking, even for 2010 standards. Like, this is almost something that you would see in today's movies. It's incredible, and it also mixes plenty of themes to stand out across its typical kids movie formula, whilst not being afraid to show plenty of heart and charm to captivate viewers, especially for Hiccup and Toothless. They unfolded a legendary series that will forever be in a league above the rest. It remains as a childhood classic to me, since I would always be reminded on how special it was for its time, and it will continue to live on for all eternity. Animation these days depictate generic stories with talking animals and a lack of strong emotional depth. In this film's universe, however, we have dragons. What is your opinion on How to Train Your Dragon? What is your favorite DreamWorks movie? How special was it for its time? And why else is it still critically loved to this very day? Let me know in the comment section below, and also don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you are new, and hit that bell icon to see more content on my channel. Thanks for watching. Breathtakingly stunning and carried by the spotless charisma of a talented cast, How to Train Your Dragon soars into a class above the rest.